we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Washington Commanders taking on the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Once more, Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Powell out of the shotgun. That one complete out to Dotson. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Just the first quarter of tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 13 yards there at a Washington first.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And some room to maneuver, and they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Now the second-year man from Alabama, it's Brian Robinson. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Howell down to throw it.
On the move to his left. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Here's Howell.
And a throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Throwing here, Howell. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Gibson will score. Touchdown, Commanders. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Commanders out to a 7-0 lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ritter and the Falcons now with a 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
And this intercepted on the first play of the game. Picked off by Quan Martin. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. But we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Ridder will set up to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line.
Gibson here running out of the gun.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9. They'll go play action. Howell.
No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Off play action. It's Howell.
That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
They'll run with Gibson, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Ridder now.
It fights him off.
Ridder has it knocked down. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't it?
It really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Richie Grant, and the Falcons are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Ritter. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1. Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Buying time to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's a gain of 11. That's another Falcons. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
Robinson looking for a signal, but none forthcoming. They stopped him shy of the goal line.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Robinson again.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Bijan Robinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
2nd and 10. Straight ahead, Gibson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Over the middle, he gets it to Gibson. Now he's into the clear again. Antonio Gibson.
Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders are able to stretch out their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Ritter.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons.
Van Jefferson,
68 yards.
and the Falcons are able to cut into that deficit.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams just trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And the Commanders' first down.
Powell to the air on 1st and 10.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
But that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
A give running right, Gibson. 53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Down to about the 37.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Ritter back to throw. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Ritter trying to get them up to the line here in a hurry. Ritter now on 2nd down. Got this complete to the tight end Pitts. And Pitts is going to pick up a Falcons 1st down as he's brought down at the 16. Jefferson going to go in motion right. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 1st half. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Ritter to throw it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. They go play action with Howell. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a good play, but he could not pull it in.
Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively.
And got his man complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
And Howell will throw it. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any one of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10
at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. He'll take this to the 46.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Back to throw, Ritter. And he's got this to Jefferson. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line. Handoff now to Robinson.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Ritter, he wants to change the play here.
Second and 11. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Ritter.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Faking the handoff. Howell.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a 1st down at the Falcons' 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Back to throw, Howell.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
On the give, here's Robinson. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. He's got his target. That's complete.
Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Sly is up and good,
and that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons 14.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Take that, thank you.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game.
There he goes, left side. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 47 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Koo for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42. So that run play nullified by the holding call on the tight end.
Yeah, I just think he needs to get off the ball a lot quicker and get into the block a little bit more effectively. Then he doesn't have to reach and grab and try and hold on.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Out of the gun, it's Howell. That one downfield for Dotson. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And in an afternoon where just about everything's going right, there's an unlikely sight there. He's got a receiver all alone downfield, and he just overshoots him.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. He's going to try and go deep again. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Bryan Edwards, 70 yards. And the Commanders are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Falcons 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's... Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. But it
looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target.
So they hit pay dirt, but don't count it yet. There's laundry on the field. We'll see what the penalty flag is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. Following the fumble recovery, Howell. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Howell.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
3rd and long. Here's Howell.
And that will be incomplete.
The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Mike Hughes on the return. The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
77 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ritter off the play fake.
Flush to his right.
Well, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Ritter will set up to throw it.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty as it turns out to be a big gainer there on 4th down. Ritter now. That's out wide here for Robinson.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Robinson on a give right side.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And now they're in the hurry-up.
8 yards on the pickup.
Second down throw coming for Ritter.
And it's caught. Touchdown!
Van Jefferson
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Falcons get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead's down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Second down, Howell back to pass.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Edwards.
Touchdown, Washington. Bryan Edwards.
2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And you hate to see this for them, but they're looking at yet another loss to begin this season. Things really going from bad to worse as they trail here starting this drive 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 27.
Here's Ritter. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
On the draw, Robinson.
And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. 98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Ritter from the gun.
Flushed out right. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught inside the 10. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And the tight end goes in motion left. A give up the middle to Gibson. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sly on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Commanders 66, Falcons 34.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 43 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Ritter back to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Ritter with another throw on 2nd down. That one complete down the field to Smith. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll run with Robinson. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. And a dump off here to Robinson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Ritter to throw it. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think here the score dictates you pretty much got to go for it.
But when you look at the scoreboard and you realize that 3 doesn't do you a whole lot of good in this situation, you're exactly right. Dial up one of your better plays and get after it. Forget the field goal kicker. He doesn't matter.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
So 4th and goal, their head coach gave that offensive line one more chance to punch it in, and this time they were successful.
They certainly paid off the coach's confidence, didn't they? And how about the fact that they stayed with the ground game, because a lot of times in that situation...
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.